Shalom is amazing. He talks on the Parsha, he talks on holidays, on Shabbos, it's amazing. So I was learning a piece this morning on the teachings of Baal Shem Tov, and in short, one of the ideas he brought down was from the Magi Mezrich that said there's two types of Chassidim. There's one type of Chassid that is constantly learning Torah or involved in Tefillah. But when he's not learning and he's not in davening, he's in trouble. And that's one level of Chassidus. It's good, but
it was running to something.
Exactly. But the next level of Chassidus is the one that can go out into the marketplace, the one that can interact with the world and elevate the mundane to the spiritual. So that's what I learned this morning. It was a very nice idea. This afternoon, I was listening to Moshe Weinberger. If you don't know about Moshe Weinberger, he has the sweetest voice. You can ask Rabbi Brander about him. Rabbi Brander is very close with him, but he is an amazing rabbi on the East Coast. And I just randomly picked one of his shirim, and what he was talking about were teachings from the Baal Shem Tov. And what he was talking about was Yaakov. He says Yaakov is Yud, Ekev, Yud, and then Ayin Kuf Bet. Yud is the Yud from Yud Kebav, from Hashem's name, and Ekev is the heel. He says the idea of Yaakov is to elevate from the lowest of the low of the Ekev, from the heel to the highest of the high, the Yud of the Yud Kebav. So I said, here are two ideas, and one that I'm hearing, I said, I have to share some stories tonight with Mishmar. So here are some stories from the last couple of weeks. This Monday, I was running around. I had errand after errand after errand. I was like running. One of the things I had to do was I had to meet someone, and I wanted to give them $100, but I didn't want to give them 20s or 5s or 10s. I wanted to give them a $100 bill, but I didn't have it. I had 20s on me. So I'm like, I don't have time. I'm so late. I'm pressed for time. I don't want to go to an ATM. I don't know where to run. And I had to run home to pick up a set of keys from my desk. So I run into the house. I grab the keys from my desk, and right next to my keys is a $100 bill. And not only a $100, a crisp $100 bill. I'm like, where did this come from? And I realized, what I found out was I lent someone $100, and they had just in that time come and return it. And I realized there's three miracles here. Number one, I got paid back. That's a miracle. Number two, it was exactly with a crisp $100 bill that I needed and I wanted. And number three, it was at that moment in time that I was searching for it that Hashem said, no problem. You want it? Here you go. And it reminded me of something that Rav Manas Friedman said, is that what he said is that Hashem is in search of not scholarship, but relationship. He wants relationship. So I had in mind of talking to Hashem with this, and I'm going to share a few ideas about talking to Hashem. This Shabbos, I attended a beautiful bat mitzvah at Yik, and I told my wife, I said, I'm going to daven early at Chabad, but I'm going to walk down there, but we're going out for lunch. She said, what time are you going to be back? I said, I'll do my best to get back by 1 o'clock. She said, okay, great. So when I left the house, I said, Hashem, please help me get to the bat mitzvah on time. Let me have a good time, and please let me get home on time. I walked down to the bat mitzvah. I saw some of you there. I had a wonderful time. I had a great time. I was not wearing a watch. I didn't ask anyone what time it was. I walked home casually, easily. When I walked in, I said, let me go check what time it is. What time do you think it was?
3:15.
1:00.
Wow.
I asked Hashem for help. It made me on time. It made me on time.
I'm gonna do that.
It's amazing. You should speak to Hashem. That's the point. Hashem wants relationship.
And Michael
I'm gonna try that.
Okay, last week I picked my son up from camp. He's at Mo's camp. Shout out to Mo. And I asked him if he had a good day. He says no. I said, why not? He said, because I had a great day. I said, great. Well, tell me about it. So he's telling me all the things he did at the park. It's great. And we're walking to the car. And he's telling me all these things, and he says, and I'm filthy, and my shoes are full of dirt. I said, okay, no problem. Let's take them off before we go into the car. He says, great. So I open the car door, and he leans against the seat, and he takes off one shoe, takes off the second shoe, gives it to me. And I turn around, I start clapping all the dirt out of them, and it's the sand that's coming, just pouring out of his shoes. And he says, and my socks are filthy too. So he takes off one, he's taking off the second sock. I turn around, looking at the car, and this dirt, I'm trying to think how to describe it, is like cocoa powder. It's this dark brown, very fine, light dust. When he takes off his sock, it's like a plume of dust everywhere. On the windows, on the back of the seat, on the seat, on the window button, everywhere. So my son's name is Henry. I say, Henry! And he looks at me. And my daughter's in the back. She looks at me, and I look at them, and I burst out laughing. I said, guys, who just showed up? And they looked at me like, what are you talking about? I'm like, guys, you tell me what a wonderful day you're having, and this just happened. Who just showed up? And they look at me and they said, oh, the Yetzer Hara. So I said, what do we say to him? So he said, good afternoon, Yetzer Hara. We see you. We know it's you. Now go away and stop bothering us. And we had the best car ride home. Now on the way home, I was trying to figure out how I'm going to go clean this, because just the day before, we threw away our what do you call it? I don't know what you call it, dust buster. We threw away a dust buster, and my wife has been complaining that our vacuum doesn't work so well. So when I got home, I told my wife what happened. I said, I'm going to go to the car wash to go vacuum out. She says, why? I just got a new vacuum yesterday. So I didn't have to run out. We had a new vacuum all set to go. I didn't even know about. 2 days ago, I was taking the kids to school in the morning, and my kids got in the car, and I bring their backpacks up to the front seat, and as they're sitting in there, I hear them bickering. She put her foot on me, he touched my leg, so I close the door, I run around to the front, I say, guys, quick, the Yetzer Hara got in, let's shove him out, let's get him out of the car, quick, close the door. So we quickly close the door, start driving, I say, okay, is he out? And they start looking at me like, is he out? Yeah, he's out. Okay, so we start driving, and they start bickering again. She's touching my leg, he's touching my foot, he's bothering me. Guys, he's not out. Quickly, put down the window, shoo him out of the car, get him out of here. And then try it again. Okay, is he out? We're driving some more. They're good, and they start bickering again. So I was like, guys, he's still in here. We didn't get him out fully. Come on, let's shove him out. And all of us are like going like this, out the back window. We put up, we said, okay, finally, coast is clear, he's out. And we said, yes, okay, good. So then what we said was, good morning, Hashem. I said, good morning, Hashem. I said, thank you for a beautiful morning. So I'm telling you, talking to Hashem changes our life at home, changes our day to day. And I have one final story I want to share with you. This happened 2 weeks ago. I think I told one or two of you here what happened. Incredible story. I came home on a Tuesday night, and on the street, on my front lawn, was a big cup. It says boba on it. I don't really know what it is, but it looked like this carrot juice smoothie. It was spilled on my lawn. The straw was out, the top was off, there was a wrapper next to it. It was late at night Tuesday, I'm like, I just don't want to deal with this. I don't want to touch it, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to bring it to the house, I don't want to get gloves, I don't want to touch this thing. So I go to sleep Tuesday night. Wednesday morning, I get to go to shul, it's still there, I'm like, I don't know what to do about this, I don't want to deal with this. I come home from shul, and there are two birds pecking at this cup over here. So I very slowly drive them to my driveway, and they move away, and then when I get out of my car, they kind of move back, and they're still pecking at this. I said, Hashem, this would be incredible if they just like pick up the cup and fly away with it. And one of them, as they're pecking at this, picks up the cup by the side and flies away with this cup. But then they land in the street. I said, this is amazing, but why are we littering here? This is like not so good. And the bird picks up the cup again and flies back and puts it back on my lawn. I said, Hashem, what was that? I said, I had a great story from Mishmar. What did you just do? I said, I don't know. I can't deal with this. And I went about my day. And the afternoon I came back and it was all cleaned up. No mess, no carrot juice, boba, whatever it was, no straw, no wrapper. And I realized Wednesday is the day that the gardener comes. And I started thinking, like, what an incredible story that the bird is cleaning this up. And whatever, that the gardener came. I said, wait a second, what difference does it make? Whether the bird cleans up or the gardener cleans up, I didn't want to deal with this. I told Hashem, I don't want to deal with this. He took care of it. But by nature, by the fact in Teva that it was the day that the gardener comes, it doesn't really make a difference. It's still the relationship with Hashem. And in all of these stories, the one thing that I think about is a relationship and a dialogue with Hashem, which all of us have an opportunity to do. That I ask any of you here to try once a day, outside of shul, outside of Beis Medrash, outside of davening, ask Hashem something, talk to Hashem, share a feeling with Him, say one thing to Him once a day. Try it. Let me know how it goes at the next Mishmar. Better yet, let everyone know how it goes at the next Mishmar. And on that note, I want to share something vulnerable. We talk about the word vulnerable, I want to share something. Rabbi Manis Friedman himself shared that as a young person, he did not like public speaking, he was afraid of public speaking, that was not his thing. But his yeshiva made all of Bachrim go and talk on Shabbos, go to different shuls and speak. And when he was chosen, he's like, you mean the guy behind me, right? No, you, Rabbi Manis Friedman, you have to go, I don't know if he's rabbi then, but Manis, you have to go speak. So he's like, okay. And he basically said he was terrified, petrified, but he walked, he gave his speech, and basically he hasn't stopped talking since. So Rabbi Manis Friedman is amazing. He's here this weekend, by the way, and he's at Chabad North Beverly Hills with Rabbi Schusterman. If anyone wants to go to Shabbos, he's there all of Shabbos. But this idea resonates with me because I am petrified of public speaking. I am doing somersaults in my stomach right now to talk. And I shared this with Chaim tonight, and I shared this with him at Avi Heyman's house. When I spoke at Avi Heyman's house, it's the second time tonight that's happened. That my watch, I'm wearing an Apple Watch, gave me an alert that I'd never seen other than these two times, which says high heart rate alert. And what Chaim said to me tonight was, it means you're about to do something courageous. So I'm prompting and I'm asking all of you to try and continue to do courageous things, and you do. To go put tefillin on people at Century City or Magic Mountain or at trade shows is amazing, and it's courageous, and I encourage you to do more things outside the norm, outside your comfort zone, to try to do it. This Shabbos is the Lubavitch Rebbe's 28th Yortzeit. And one time someone saw him walking in the rain and offered him an umbrella. And he turned it down, he rejected it. He said, have you ever seen a soldier carrying an umbrella? We are all soldiers in Hashem's army. Some of us even have the magnets on our cars to prove it. So I wish all of you success and hatzlacha on your missions. Continue and strengthen your relationship with Hashem. Have a beautiful Chodesh Tammuz and Shabbat Shalom.
Amen.